Soul Heredit, and the 4th Colosseum. Well, hello there. It finally happened. I rolled the Colosseum chunk. One of old school RuneScape's hardest challenges, and as of right now, impossible to complete from my account. Let me explain. So, the Colosseum is a PvM challenge where the challenger has to take on 12 waves of increasing difficulty, culminating with the final wave against Soul Heredit. Additionally, you have to take modifiers each wave, which greatly modifies and randomizes the challenge. To complete the full Colosseum is currently not possible for my account due to one simple fact. I don't have any prayer restoration yet. Additionally, my current gear is severely underpowered, so even completing a single wave before my prayer runs out is highly unlikely. Without prayer restoration, progressing multiple waves is not an option yet. However, I do think that I should be able to complete at least the first wave with the gear and drops accessible to me within my chunks. So that will be the goal for this chunk. Complete all the tasks I can outside of the Colosseum and complete wave 1 of the Colosseum for the guaranteed Sunfire Splinter collection locked slot. So with that, let's explore the Colosseum chunk. Alright, well, here we are at the border of the Colosseum. Let's unlock it and step inside. Yeah, so this is the waiting room. I can't use this bank chest until you have the proper amount of glory in the Colosseum. Does this one do? Yeah, so I'll probably go through all that when I get there. With Minimus here, you can start the Colosseum. And over here there should be a guard. That is a requirement for the Twilight Promise quest, which unlocks other quests in Varlamore. However, it seems to not have spawned yet. And aside from the actual Colosseum, I could not find anything of note during my initial scout. So let's have a quick look at what the chunk picker gives me for tasks. Okay, so it is giving me smithing tasks. But is there an anvil in the Colosseum? Let's have a look, because I shouldn't be able to train smithing without an anvil. So is there anything here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, hello darkness. Let's quickly have a look around, but I don't think there's any way for me to train smithing here. I probably can't go here because I guess this is going towards the boss. I'll have to look this up. Okay, so according to the chunk picker, there is an anvil in the 4th Colosseum underground. So let's find it. Found the anvil, so there really is one here. So yeah, I guess smithing is unlocked now. And I can't use this bank, so I have to go to the other one, and I have to backlog a little bit, but I will have to make, based on my rules, I have to get level 70 smithing now. So for those who didn't watch my rule episodes, they are linked in the description, but I am treating smithing as extreme up to steel, and as normal for mithril and above. So for mithril I had to get level 50 smithing, and for Addy I will have to get level 70 smithing. So that is what I have to work towards now. After backlogging everything related to the Colosseum and items past level 70 smithing, I came to the following task list at the time. However, I've also added the Sunfire Splinter collection log slot, as I will be completing wave 1 in this chunk. So with now having determined what I can do in this chunk, let's focus on wave 1. What am I up against? So every single wave of the Colosseum up to Soul Heredit spawns the Fremennik Warband. This warband consists of a Berserker, Archer and Seer, which will come straight at you, ignoring all obstacles along the way. They only attack when you are standing still, so the trick to defeating them is to keep moving while using the combat triangle as their weakness. Melee defeats ranged, ranged defeats magic, and magic defeats melee. When using their weakness, you will always do your max hit on them. Additionally, a Serpent Shaman will spawn. This magic caster will require me to pray magic until I take down the warband. However, I am also on a timer, as after a certain period of time, a Jaguar warrior will spawn. I must safe spot this NPC, as it can one-shot me if I'm not praying protection from melee. To have any hope of completing wave 1, I must ensure I can safely hide behind a pillar by the time the Jaguar warrior spawns. To do this, I must at least kill the Fremennik Berserker and Archer before the Jaguar warrior spawns. The Seer only hits 12 and its damage is already covered by praying to protect from magic, as the Serpent Shaman will also still be attacking me. So I have to maximize my magic and melee capabilities in order to kill the Archer and Berserker fast enough. So let's look at what is possible. So my current best melee weapon is a Mithril Scimitar. My current best spell is the Strike Spells, with a max hit of 8. And my current best range weapon is an Oak Shortbow, which can only fire up to steel arrows. I have no way to improve my range capabilities without access to a bowstring yet, so we have to look at the melee and magic route. For melee, the best I can potentially get is an Adamant two-hander, which requires 84 smithing. However, this will take me over 6 months to get, which is also why I made my smithing rules as it is. So what is a realistic alternative? So 75 smithing is required to make an Adamant Scimitar. Additionally, this level gives me access to Adamant Arrowheads, allowing me access to Adamant Arrows for a future ranged upgrade. It is still a long grind to 75 smithing, but several months faster than going to 84. So with the melee route sorted, what can we do with magic? Sadly, my options here are quite limited. To do some decent damage, I should aim to get the blast spells, which require death runes. To unlock their full potential, I must get level 59 magic for Fire Blast, making all the blast spells deal a max hit of 16, which is double my current max hit of 8. However, my rune sources are not great. A single thief spawn with a 1 in 64 air and mind rune drop, hill giants for fire, nature, cosmic and law runes, and the mace random event are going to be my main sources for runes. Also, at the time of recording this episode, I forgot about them, but I have since also rediscovered the bandits from episode 2 as a rune source. 1 in 25 air, water and chaos rune drops speed up the grind, but I will go more into detail on them later, as I only discovered them the end of April, and we are currently at the start of March. So enough talk, let's start the Colo Wave 1 preparation grind. If you're wondering, this is basically all the gear that I have access to right now. It's not much. It's not much. So an Oak Shortbow, Mithril Scimitar, Iron Full Helm, Steel Plate Body and Iron Kite Shield. That's basically my best gear. Of course I have the cape and the boots and stuff as well, so that will definitely carry me through it. The only amulet that I have at the moment is a magic amulet, but these are like all the runes I have at the moment. I don't have a staff or anything, and these take a very long time to collect. So from a mining grind in the previous episode, I have over 20k iron ore. So let's smelt those and see how far it gets us. Okay, this was quite a brutal inventory, but hopefully with this I get level 20 smithing. And I can now smelt silver ore and make iron scimitars and iron arrowheads. So this is actually quite nice, because if I do get a fletching task, I can at least make my headless arrows into iron arrows, which will speed up the experience gain by a lot. And here is level 25 smithing for iron battle axes. So switching it up a little bit and training ranged on the thief, and to get some of the air and mind rune drops for the magic grind. I will keep smelting the ores when I need to do something AFK, and do this when I want to actively play. And here is already level 40 ranged. And here is already level 45 ranged. Oh yeah, it didn't pop up because I'm in combat, but making quite some progress. And with this, level 50 range has been achieved. So I'm just gonna keep killing this thief, stocking up on air and mind runes until I am all out of my iron arrows. So I had a stack of 5k, currently 3.3k is remaining, so let's see how high we can get the range level with this. And here is level 30 smithing, so I can now finally smelt steel and make steel daggers. So my only source for coal at the moment are random events and sand grabs, so I will just stick to iron. And I kinda looked at it, and I probably will go to 75 for the Addy scimitar. Oh, hello, count check. Nice of you to stop by. But yeah, to go to 75 for the adamant scimitar, and that way I probably will have a higher chance of completing the first wave of the Colosseum. And also it allows me to make adamant arrowheads in case I am able to make a better bow at some point. Potentially we can hit it. Levels 40 smithing obtained on the chunk account. I can now smelt gold ore and make steel battle axes. Okay, something apparently went wrong. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't, and I kinda lost like the clip as well. But yeah, I just hit level 50 smithing, so I can now smelt mithril. And if we go to the bank, I got, well, of like the 21k iron ore that I had, I have 4.3k remaining, and I managed to get, well, nearly 7.9k iron bars. And I made an estimation that I probably will be needing around 32k iron bars, and then turn them all into products in order to reach level 75. So I will have to go mine roughly, well, 50k-ish iron ore after I'm done with all this. Okay, and that is the last iron turned into bars. At least from my initial level 70 grind. So all the 20k iron ore I had have been turned. And I got a bit over 10k iron bars from it. So with a 50% chance, I'm a little bit over it. So that's nice. I did make some steel in the process as well because of the chunk tasks that I have. So let's quickly make some of them before we have to go back to the mining. Okay, so here on the chunk map, just very quick update on what I need. So I need to make a steel warhammer for the strength bonus, steel plate bodies. Well, actually, I already have a steel plate body from the random event, so I'm not gonna spend steel bars on that. So steel full helm, steel kite shield, steel plate legs, steel chain body, steel medium helm, steel square shield, the steel knife, the steel mace, and of course the steel axe as well. So I'm quickly gonna make those. Okay, so here we are at the anvil, and let's turn this to 1. And let's start with the axe, because that's gonna be useful. So that is a woodcutting upgrade. Then next we need we need a steel warhammer. There we go, and then we have to wield it. So boom, that is that task done. So this is supposedly my best flinching weapon, I guess. And then we have, I'm just gonna go from like the top. So steel full helm. And then I need the steel kite shield. I need the steel, where is it? Plate legs. And then I need the steel plate body of the plate body, the chain body for ranged. And then I need the medium helm as well for my ranged setup. And then I need the square shield, which is also for range, but only if I have a crossbow, which I don't, but still made it. Steel knife is supposedly my best ranged weapon at the moment. And then I need the steel mace as my best sprayer. So I think that is everything that I needed to make here. Okay, let's quickly go to the bank and grab the steel plate body as well. All right, so here we are in my currently best setup. So it's nice to have full steel and at least an item in every single, well, armor slot. Let's quickly mark them off on the chunk picker. Back on the chunk map. So yeah, wield a steel warhammer, steel full, steel kite, steel plate, steel chain, steel medium, steel square, steel knife, steel mace, and the best skilling is the steel axe. Well, and since I was close, I decided to quickly get level 60 attack and level 69 combat level. So let's switch over to training defense and get that up to 60 as well. 50 defense. So yeah, in the 10 defense levels that I grinded out here, these are all the ores that I obtained. So yeah, it's not that great for ores, but yeah, that's kind of what I knew. So I'm just hoping I get some mace randoms for coal. But I'm just gonna grind out to 60 defense and have all 3 attack styles in the 60s. And then probably I will try and grind out easy clues. I think that might be one of the things to do. I only have one doable step, but getting one clue done and hopefully getting an elemental staff from it will really help. But yeah, we will see if I can get lucky. I probably will get to like 99 while trying to complete at least a single clue step, but we will see. I know it can be done. Several other chunkers who only had that specific step in the Hunter's Guild did complete several clues, so why can't I? Well, for once I was paying attention, and there is level 60 hit points. Getting quite healthy here. And level 60 defense. So I gathered around 300 mind runes and air runes, so I'm just gonna use them up on this thief and get some other well, runes again, just to level up my my magic a little bit, because strike spells are not gonna cut it for the Colosseum. So I need to well, at least get up to the was it level 35. But I'm just gonna see how far this will get me before I will go do something else. Probably I will start thieving and see if I can hunt some clues. The chance of it is gonna be very, very, very low, but it's kind of like one of my only choices. No, I probably will first do some smithing, make some arrowheads, and turn the headless arrows that I have into iron arrows. That way get my fletching up, I train my smithing just to see how far that will get me. And then I got something AFK to do while waiting for the distractions as well. 50 magic, so now I can cast Bones to Bananas as well, which might be an additional training method that I can use. 20 magic. Well, I just noticed that there's also an anvil over here, which is a shorter walk, so I will be using this now. Luckily I'm not that far in yet, only gained 1 level. 55 smithing, so now I can make the Myth Simi as well, and Mithril arrowheads, but yeah, as I don't have a good source for Mithril, and not a good source for coal, I will just stick with the iron for now. Just in case people were wondering why not use this bank chest, because it is so nice and close. I need to have 2000 glory to unlock it, and for that I need to progress wave 2, wave 3, somewhere around that in the Colosseum. So yeah, that's not gonna be happening anytime soon. But for later grinds, this is actually gonna be quite nice. Very close to a bank chest. The Maze random event is now actually quite important for my account, because this is a great way to get coal and the chaos and deference. So I hope I get some of those. Alright, let's see what we get. Yeah, nothing really that I needed. I guess it's steel arrows, save some bars. And this is a long time coming. A level 60 farming. And I can now grow yew trees. So still 25 levels to go for the Torstal. It's going very slow already. Well, I was a little too AFK here, and this is a scuffed clip from my replay buffer, but here is 60 smithing for the dragon square shield. Well, that is all 10k iron bars processed to 150k arrow tips. So my smithing level is currently 63, so I will need to at least do another 10k for 70, and probably around 18k in total for 75. So back to mining I go. So I spent most of my day mining. I gained like nearly 60k experience today at well, a rate of 14k an hour. So it's quite a few hours. I am currently sitting at like a stack of 7k iron ore again, and I wanted to do something else. So just gonna train some range and some magic. So I decided to use a little bit of my runes for level 25 magic. And I can now cast Teleport to Varrock, which I won't be using anytime soon. So after another day of mining, I decided to kill some more thieves. And here is level 55 ranged. So I'm currently at 74 mining and sitting on nearly 10k iron ore. Followed shortly after with 45 per air. Another milestone incoming. 75 mining. I can now mine Ancient Essence. I am now, I think, halfway experience-wise. So I think I will end up with 82, 83 mining before I have the 53k iron ore that I suspect I need. And I'm currently, well, once this inventory is done, sitting on 13k iron ore. So I will need 40k more. Right, so here is another book of knowledge, which I'm gonna dump into Slayer. And here is level 35 Slayer. I can now kill wall beasts. Well, it's gonna be a while before I'm in Lumby. But 35 Slayer already, only 13 levels to go. Well, a quick farming update for me. So this morning before I went to work, I reached level 61 farming. So as it was on mobile, I don't have any clip from it, but that unlocks snapegrass for me. Sadly, I have no way of protecting it, as I don't have access to Yanga berries. But I can grow them now, and I will put them in here for the first time. Sadly, I only have 80 seeds, so that's only gonna be enough for like 13 batches. A long mining session today. I did like 120k experience. You guys are rejoining me now for some range training and a nice cheeky, well, if it comes up soon, there we go, 65 hit points. So yeah, been mining a lot. I did like 4k iron ore today. It was quite a long long session there. I think it was like 10 hours of mining, something like that, maybe even more, spread all over the day. And I'm currently at 77 mining, getting close to 78. So lots of progress, but still need around 29k iron ore to mine. So not even halfway. Alright, very quick update. So I did take out some of the tasks from the backlog of what I will complete in this chunk. So I will go to the 75 smithing for the adamant scimitar. So I added all the stuff that's gonna be able to be made in between, as well as items to obtain. And also with my farming level being nearly 62, I will be able to grow the grimy snapdragon as well. So very quickly we will go to the game, and the items that I have to make are the mithril axe and the warhammer. That's 3 bars. Okay, so as I was saying, the warhammer, boom. And then also I will have to wield it. So this is like my best flinching weapon at the moment. And yeah, my best axe. But of course we will be getting the adamant axe. So quickly to the chunk picker. So the, where is it? 20 strength, wield the mithril warhammer, done. And then beskilling the mithril axe, but we also have the adamant axe to work towards. So I believe it's been 6 days since my last clip. I've not been slacking, I've been mining a lot. So I just want to show you the progress, and that I currently am sitting on 33k iron ore. So just wanted to show that because I still need to get 20k more iron ore before we can call this mining grind kind of done. To put that into perspective, the previous episode, to get level 70 mining, I got around 20k iron ore there as well. So basically all my iron ore mining I did in the previous episode, I have to redo again on top of the mining that I already did. Mining like 400 ore an hour or so. I've been a little bit AFK, so my average is currently a bit less for today. But yeah, I've mined these 3 rocks in this episode alone for like 83 hours. On top of the other stuff that I've done. So yeah, getting close to 80, so I will see you guys when I hit level 80, which is probably gonna be in, well, it's not gonna happen today, so it's probably gonna be either tomorrow or the day after. And with this iron ore, I hit level 80 mining. Can now mine the size 8 stars, only 10 more mining levels until I can mine all the shooting star levels. But I think with the amount of ore I still need, I probably will hit only level 83-ish. So it's kind of like the last announcement till I'm done with the mining in a week or two. At least the last announcement on the mining front. Alright, small change of scenery to do some farming. So I'm gonna try and grow some snapdragons, as they are a requirement for the 62 farming level. I actually just hit level 63, so figured might as well give it a go, as it is a backlogged chunk task at the moment. Alright, we are back and the snapdragons have fully grown. So with this, backlogged chunk task completed. Grow a snapdragon. And here we are, 50,000 iron ore mined. So it took me 41 days and 24 hours of playtime. And yeah, 82 mining. So now with this, if I hit the RNG and get 25k iron bars from this, it should be enough to get myself to the smithing level of 75 in order to make the, adamant scimitar, which will then allow me to take on the Fortress Colosseum. So in the next episode, we will process all the ores into bars. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.